Hello, my name is Omar,
Hi, my name is Adel.
And I'm Alia.
and these are the three short stories we're going to be talking about. Gabriel Garcia Marquez is a successful author who has written many short stories and novellas. In his work, he expresses many real life issues through his characters, setting, and general language. First, in his text, The Handsomest Drowned Man, Death Constant Beyond Love, and The Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, Marquez expresses many different themes and presents many different issues, such as sexism.
As a result, a feminist lens can be used in order to observe different characteristics and societies in the short story. This is an appropriate method to explore topics such as patriarchal ideologies, objectification, misogyny, and classical limited roles. Sexism is the oppression of women through elements of society such as beliefs, lifestyles, and behaviors, according to Linda Napkowski in her article about sexism. Next, Nikki Lisa Cole, in her article about gender and sex, argues that gender is completely unrelated to a person's biological sex, as gender is just a representation of how society expects each sex to act. As a result, women are assigned limited roles, and if they break these expectations, they are mistreated and punished. As such, through this line of inquiry, it is apparent that in Gabriel Garcia Marquez's works, women are mistreated and devalued through patriarchal ideologies.
In the short story, The Handsomest John Man by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, traditional gender roles that oppress women are present through character performances and stylistic choices. Specifically, when the drowned man was found on the shore, the women stayed behind to care for the drowned man. The lexical choice of care implies that these women are caretakers, and it's their role to stay home and take care of the people. As a result, it's evident that the village is portrayed as one where women that is portrayed as one that oppresses women by giving them limited roles as caretakers. These roles force them to be left behind, and the men have roles of going out and doing more of the labor work. Hence, by highlighting that the women are stayed home or staying home to take care for the man, it's obvious that gender roles that limit women are present. According to plannedparenthood.org, extreme gender stereotypes that are harmful because they don't allow people to fully express themselves and their emotions. This further emphasizes the fact that there are limited gender roles in society which limit and oppress women. On the other hand, the men went out to find out if anyone was missing. Through the way they went, it implies that men are out exploring and completing obligations that are deemed to be more masculine. This portrays the setting as one that is as a safe space for men to go out and self-improve. Finally, the text highlights how men have the opportunity to move forward and go out and explore, while women are forced into the roles of caretakers by presenting traditional gender performances. In conclusion, in The Handsomest Young Man by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, character performances highlight how traditional gender roles oppress women and limit them.
In the short story Death Constant Beyond Love by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, objectification is present through the treatment of Laura Farina. In the story, the senator was married, however, he wanted to get with Laura because he found her attractive. So he was getting closer to her and she abandoned herself to the mercies of her fate. As a result, it is implied that Laura's fate is sleeping with the senator. This highlights how women have no power over their sexuality in the story and that men are dominant over women. Laura's fate was sleeping with the senator. This emphasizes that she was forced to sleep with him, and she was forced to do it as a part of a trade for another man to gain from it. Therefore, this characterizes Laura as defenseless and completely powerless. This sets a patriarchal setting where women have no power. According to Linda Napikoski, Thought.co article on patriarchal societies, in a patriarchy there is also a hierarchy among the men. This proves the theory that due to the patriarchy, women are objectified and devalued, and men are the ones in control and they have dominance. Furthermore, Laura was sent to the senator by her father and she told the senator, C'est de la porte de mon frère. When they sat down, the senator saw the padlock on Laura. The diction of sent is used when talking about objects or packages that you send away. Therefore, this highlights how Laura's being objectified and characterized as an object is being sent off. She is portrayed as weak and powerless. The padlock symbolizes that Laura is an object and she has a price tag on her. Laura having no power depicts the patriarchy setting in the village. In sum, through the treatment of Laura, objectification is highlighted in the short story.
In the short story, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, misogyny is present through the transformation of the spider girl. In this story, there was a young girl who had changed into a spider for having disobeyed her parents. The lexical choice of disobeyed implies that the girl is an object of her parents and is required to do what they ask of her. The girl was brutally punished for doing one action that her parents were not in agreement with. This characterizes the girl as weak and portrays the setting as one where girls are forced to obey specific rules. This highlights how the patriarchal ideologies limit expectations of women. As a result, women who do not follow these expectations are treated with misogyny. According to Louise Tyson in her Prude Online Prude, Purdue Online writing article about a feminist criticism, misogyny is when women are oppressed by patriarchy economically, politically, socially, and psychologically. Patriarchal ideology is the primary means by which women are oppressed. This emphasizes how the spider girl was treated with misogyny due to the fact that she disobeyed her parents and went against the patriarchy that oppresses her. Therefore, it is evident that limiting women to specific roles is problematic as it reproduces stereotypes, patriarchal ideologies, and allows men to remain in power. Next, it becomes known that the girl has danced all night without permission, and as a result, a fearful thunderclap rent the sky in two, and through the crack came to the lightning bolt of a brimstone that changed her into a spider. The lexical choice of thunderclap emphasizes how the whole universe was fearfully punishing the girl for not following the patriarchal expectations placed upon her. All the girl has done was dance without permission, which led to her parents being ashamed and the universe punishing her. This portrays the setting as one that obligates women to act in a specific way, and if this is ignored, then brutal consequences will be faced. This subconsciously lays down the idea of misogyny and it forcefully obligates women to act in a specific way. Sexism and misogyny are the ideas that women's social positions and experiences are not just different from men's but also unequal and inferior, according to Ashley Crossman. This exactly abides by how the spider girl is treated as she is punished for doing something a man can do regularly. Misogyny is highlighted in Gabriel Garcia Marquez's short story, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, through the punishment of the spider girl.
Through patriarchal ideologies in Gabriel Garcia Marquez's three short stories, women are objectified, treated with misogyny, and limited to specific roles. In the story, The Handsomest John Man, men and women have traditional gender roles where women stay home to take care of the man while men go to work. These traditional gender roles limit women and force them into specific actions.
In the second short story, Death Constant Beyond Love, the idea of objectification is portrayed through the treatment of Laura, which highlights the negative effects of the patriarchy and how it degrades women and how it can portray them as materials that men use and take advantage of.
Finally, in the short story, A Very Old Man with Enormous Wings, the idea of misogyny is developed and highlights how societies criticize women and mistreat them if they go against the patriarchy. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Hi, my name is Omar.
Hi, my name is Adel.
And I'm Alia.
لا
And
اشمعنى
these are
and I'm عالية ما تقولي هاي my name is عالية برضه ايه لا and I'm عالية لا
Hi, my name is Omar.
Hi,
And
my
I'm
name is
Alia.
Adel.
Yeah.
Okay. عاش ما قلتش اسمك ولا قلت
يا
حاجة
ابني مش
يا
فاهمة
ابن
قول هاي
الجهلة
نقوت
يا ابن
الموضوع مش
الجهلة
صعب.
يا
افتكرت اقول في
انت نسيت
الاخر.
اسمك